DougDoug, what was your first programming language and where did you go from there?
The literal stupidest one, Scheme, because my professor, who actually is Brian Harvey.
There are limits to your working together.
This was my first professor at UC Berkeley, and he has this whole speech about not cheating. Brian Harvey decided that up until, I believe, 2014, that we should learn Scheme, which is a language of the Lisp family, which is the most useless and not used programming family in the world. I mean, not literally, but like almost. It's a brutally awful language, and it's just tons and tons of parentheses everywhere. And he made us all use it, and his whole thinking was like, it doesn't matter what language you use. What matters is you understand the fundamentals. And that's true, but then also it's worthless. So I've never ever seen or used Scheme since this class. And they finally switched to Python. I think he begrudgingly allowed people to switch, but he I don't know if he still does, teaches the intro programming class at Berkeley. It's like, why Lisp? Why the hell would nobody uses Lisp? Why would you make us learn Lisp? I think he learned Lisp when he started programming in the 1950s, and then he was like, yeah, everybody else should do it the way I did it. You have to use Scheme to make GIMP scripts. Well, I'm not a GIMP. I don't do that. And nobody does that. There's maybe 2 guys on Earth who do that. And you know who uses Python? The other 8 billion people on Earth. Python is so much more common. Emacs. Oh yeah, Emacs users. And he made us use Emacs. We had to use fucking Emacs. God, what a dumb class. I was so annoyed by it. And then Java was my second language, which I liked a lot. So here's a cool thing you can do with programming. You can do something called a for loop for people who don't know the basics of programming. So basically the idea is that it will repeat code a certain number of times. And so if you have a block like this, where it's like 5 lines, instead of needing to like copy and paste it, you can write a for loop that says, okay, a certain number of times we're going to repeat this code. Or if you're not a coward, you just copy and paste it a bunch of times. All right? Don't be a little... Brian Harvey's rolling over in his grave right now. Not because of the for loop, but because I'm not using Scheme. When did we? I don't remember this. There's a 1 in 100 chance that your text-to-speech gets changed to "Fuck you, Doug. My name is Squeaky Joe, and I've possessed this Twitch chatter." When did we add this?